I think first and foremost that the Trayvon incident was extremely tragic. You know, especially the way it unfolded. And you know, being a new father, you know, the first people I think of when we talk about, when anybody mentions Trayvon and the incident, I think about the parents, you know, because at the end of the day, nobody felt the impact of this situation more than them. Nobody, you know, like, and it, you know, it's riled up communities. People are protesting, and you know, they're asking for justice and all that, you know, and that's that. But at the end of it, nobody feels this more than the parents, the mom and the dad, right? So that's kind of been the thing that's resonated with me the most. Just keeping them in prayers, and you know, supporting them, encouraging them in any way possible. As far as how it pertains to the race and the race topic, in specifically in the States, or even on a bigger scale, forget just in the States, but in the world, I would bring it back to, and this has to do with, you know, because of where I'm at with my faith, just the brokenness of man, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, we live in a fallen and broken world. And which is why I mentioned, you asked about the Trayvon thing, but right away I just start thinking about in the past year the variety of stuff that I've seen. You know, the Boston thing, the Sandy Hook thing, you know, the tragedies that are occurring constantly. And I'm just like, yo, the world is so broken. You know, you have very tragic, like, senseless stuff. Then you have stuff that could have been avoided. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, you know, I don't, pertaining to the Trayvon situation, it's like, I wasn't there that night, you know? And I think even in light of a trial, even in light of, you know, prosecutors, defendants, witness, testimony, jury, you know, jurors, unanimous decision, even in the midst of all that, none of us were there that night. So we, you know, we can't really indefinitely say, I know what happened that night, because we weren't there. And the race thing, I feel like, it is without a doubt a big part of the whole thing, you know, the whole conversation, because, you know, sadly, if, let's say, the role of, you know, Zimmerman was another black teen, hypothetically, would we be talking about this? Would there be protest? Right? Even if the other black teen was the neighborhood watch guy. I'm not talking about like gang on gang violence, but even if it was, you know, the neighborhood watch guy was a black teen or an African American male, right? Would we be talking about this? I don't know. Maybe we would still be. But just the notion of that, you know, automatically leads you to realize that the race factor is very big. You know, not only just, you know, was Zimmerman profiling him, but more so the things that we as a community and as a society that we are, you know, that we deem worthy of fighting for. You know what I'm saying? Are we asking for justice only because of the races of these two individuals? And is that appropriate, or should we be asking for justice regardless? You see what I'm saying? So there's the undeniable race, you know, factor played into that, and to a lot of things. You know, like even the election. Like, you know, I voted both years, you know, and if you ask me, yo, did you vote for Obama because he, you know, he was African American, and you know, you think that, you know, that was groundbreaking? Like, did I think it was groundbreaking? Yes. But did I go in there and drop a ballot for him mainly because of his race? Heck no. You know what I'm saying? He could have been a Chinese dude. But if he's straight up talking about something that I don't believe in, and there's nothing that I align with this guy at all, I wouldn't vote for him if he was Chinese. And do I want to see a Chinese president? Heck yeah. You see what I'm saying? But, so, it's perspective.
I'm competing against not just who's hot right now, or who's trendy right now. I'm competing against the whole canon of music. Like, when I think about the greats like Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, they still in my top 10. Kendrick Lamar's creeping up into my top 10, but he only put out one official album and a couple mixtapes.
When Drake hit me up and was like, yo, I think people misconstrued in this tweet I just tweeted, because he didn't hear about what I did said about my release party. He was like, yo, you did rip that song. And he was like, yo, I think he said that line was from an intro on his album or something. So